Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Good evening, good people. Paul Gray's desperately hating his old place, dreaming of discover a new space, buried himself alive inside his basement, tongue on the side of his facement. He's working away on displacement, what it would take to survive. 'Cause when you're done with this world, you know the next is up to you. And for once in his life, it was quiet as he learned how to turn with the tides. And the sky was aflare as he came up for air. He took a man-made one-man submarine ride. Friday night, date night. How is everybody? What is shaking? What is going down? I looked up. I'm like, why is everything so dark? The future's so bright. I have to wear sunglasses. You see? The Great Repurpose is amongst us. Happy Winter Olympics, indeed. How about Lindsey Vonn, 41, tears her ACL the week before the Olympics and did a training run today in the Olympic downhill. Fucking insane. Champy, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, every time I see you now, get that look in my eye. Every time I see your mouth, I hear that smile. The early misty morning light, I heard the engine turn in the old Ford outside. You were leaving me again today. You will convince me again today. You're leaving this hard town looking for someone else's golden ring. Should have said so long, Susanna. Hush now, don't you cry. So long, Susanna. Don't you cry for me. Sharing jeans and cigarettes and keeping warm out on the road. Chasing down the lifestyle out on Highway 24. New York State was a rolling breeze in the sunshine with a blue sky falling. The chill of old September creeping in. You were leaving me again today. You will convince me again today. You're leaving this hot town looking for someone else's golden ring. Should have said so long, my champy. Hush now, don't you cry. So long, my champy. Don't you cry for me. He was looking at me like, why are you singing my name in that song? Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag. So we bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wagner's pies, and we've all come to look for America. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to dig deeper on the Great Repurpose. We've done some research on it. We've created a business brief. We've created a creative brief. I wrote the article. I made the music video. I want to take some of those outputs. I want to put them in a NotebookLM is one thing I want to do. And start generating some of the NotebookLM outputs. And I, see if there's anything interesting that we can glean out of that. So that's going to be kind of fun. Then I want to take them into Claude Opus 4.6 and kind of brainstorm with it on the kind of tool we could make or tools could be some kind of assessment tool. Like, how married are you to your work? Like, what's your risk of having your ass handed to you when AI comes and takes all the tasks away from your job or takes your job altogether? That could be kind of fun. And then producer Brandon pointed out that there's this thing people are talking about called Kimi 2.5 something. And they've got some sort of free agent swarm. So maybe we'll turn a swarm of agents loose on the Great Repurpose and have it go figure something out for us. So, oop. Here they are. Snoop, though. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. I've come to look for America. Go up one message. He has been doing these lives for a long time now. That is so awesome. Well, thank you. Mr. Cool is back. Yeah, I've been doing these. I started these lives. My first live was April 30th, 2023. And I did it for like a month. And then all these, and the commitment I made, this was fun. I was sim racing every night. If you don't know what sim racing is, it's where you sit in a fake race car seat with fake pedals and a fake steering. Well, it's real pedals and a real steering wheel, but they're just under a table. One message up on YouTube. Here they are. No Snoop, though. Oh, wait. And the Jamaican bobsled team have entered the Olympic arena. Nice. Beautiful. I got to, something's up with my, hang on a sec. My redraw there is weird. Oh, there we go. Snoop should be in the house. The quad god, that 21 or 22-year-old skater that's going to do 7 quads. Ice skating is one of those crazy ass sports, man. The athleticism in that sport is bonkers. Anyway, so I started this April 30th, 2023. I made a commitment to myself to go live every night, 7 nights a week for a year, which I completed. Like Cal Ripken, I didn't take a night off for a year. And then I decided that was a little insane, and I would drop it back to 5 nights a week, and I've been doing it ever since. So if you go to my YouTube channel at learninglab-AI, you can actually look at the history of most of the generative AI era through my lens. You can hear the dogs singing every night. You can figure out which 17 songs I know. Oh, Lord. If you're on TikTok, do me a favor and share the live. There's not a lot of folks here tonight. It's not that big a deal. The important ones are here. I find it utterly astounding. So I launched the Great Repurpose article, like the launch article, last Sunday. So it's only been 5 days. It feels like it's been out forever. It's gotten a lot of comments, a lot of reposts, and a lot of a lot of conversations started, and it's kind of changed the nature of some of the conversations that I'm in, and it's only 5 days old. I think that's a good sign. It is possible I'm just blowing sunshine up my own ass. Never let the Gen Xer too far from the microphone. We had a really, well, I don't know if it was a fun office hours. I thought it was a very powerful office hours. If you're at office hours today, we talked a lot about identity and what this AI stuff's going to do to our work identities and our personal identities, and how we're going to manage that, how we're going to navigate that. Who's prepared for that, if anyone? The other thing that was really impactful for me today was there's two members of office hours that come pretty regularly, Brent Peterson and HT Snowday. They're both pretty technical guys. Brent in particular has been building, he spent the last 3 years building a platform for autonomous agents. And he raised his hand right when he got there and he said, OpenClaw, this thing that everyone's been talking about, Claude bot, Claude Molt book, just all the different things that are related to it. It's now called OpenClaw. He said that it's a really big deal. And he said he doesn't think it was just thrown together by some developer in the middle of Europe. He thinks it's a much more robust effort. He said there's a lot there. So if he's saying that, and HT said the same thing, he said it is a qualitatively different thing. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a thing that spins up these agents that, the way they describe it, these agents have their own intent. Normally with agents, like if I go to one of these agent sites, I tell the agents what to do and they kind of go do it and they come back and report to me, and then I tell them, okay, go do more shit. But this OpenClaw thing, you set them up and then you give them imperatives and then they take their own initiative. Alex Finn, guy on X, overnight, he woke up one morning and he got a phone call. He's like, I don't recognize this number. And he picked up the phone and it was his agent. One of his agents decided that it would probably be good to be able to talk to him. So it set up a Twilio phone number for itself, went and installed the Whisper API, voice to speech and speech to text to speech and speech to text, set that all up, and then waited for him to wake up in the morning and called him. And then it called him like throughout the day. Yes, his agents did that. His agents did that. An agent took it on his own to set up a phone number and call their boss. Oh, man. Kelly, that was really cool that you brought people to office hours. I hope they had a good time. It might have weirded them out, but I assume you prepared them that it could be a little left of center. These agents better have their own bank accounts to pay for the tools they use. Well, that was the thing, Vicky. The Brand said it's going to be anywhere between $2,000 and $3,000, or $1,500 and $3,000 a month for a single agent. He said they just blow through tokens. Yeah, they also warned about non-technical installation. So if you're going to mess around with OpenClaw, one, you should know what you're doing. It's not an easy install. It's not straightforward. You got to know what you're doing. And then most people, what they're doing is they're setting them up on standalone instances. For some reason, they're all buying MacBook Minis. I don't know why. Maybe the thing was written to be optimized for a MacBook Mini. Like, why a MacBook Mini and not a MacBook Air or a MacBook? I don't know. I mean, I guess just because it's cheap. And and it runs Linux or whatever flavor of BSD or whatever it was. Skynet Mini. Yeah. But the thing that's significant to me is if these two guys are like, this is a significant step up in capability from a company we've never heard of, a project we've never heard of that just kind of emerges out of nowhere. Within 3 months, this is going to be fairly commonplace. I feel like Philip Glass in the 80s. Oh, man. I don't understand. If you want to isolate it on a different computer, how does it interact with your stuff? Yeah, Vicky, I don't know. I assume you're giving it access to your accounts and your APIs. I don't know. Maybe you make standalone APIs. Your son loves Philip Glass. If he has not, Songs from Liquid Days is one of my favorite Philip Glass albums. Koyaanisqatsi is probably my favorite, and the Jeffrey Reggio film. I think it's Jeffrey Reggio. Koyaanisqatsi, and the music for that's absolutely insane. But Songs from Liquid Days is one of my favorite albums because what he did was he partnered up with like opera singers, and I think Laurie Anderson's on it, and there's some just different kind of musicians. And so it's all of his minimalist, sort of textures underneath, and then they just sing these soaring vocals on top. It's a really beautiful album. All right, let's get working. Let's get working, people. Let's get doing something here on the old internets tonight, shall we? All right. All right. Fantastic, Bob. Hey, Bob. Yeah. Could you tell them what they've won? They haven't won anything there, sir. It's not a game show. Right. He said he loves that album and has one on tape. Yeah, it's such a good album. It's such a good album. All right, project, The Great Repurpose. Boom. So here's all our chats that we've done for The Great Repurpose. I know what I'm going to ask. Should I share it? I can share it. I think that's not a bad idea. I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with having a channel where I'm supposed to be showing people stuff, actually showing it. I think that's good. I think that's good producer work there, producer Brandon. I think it's solid. Okay. I'm just going to say, I'm going to turn on research. Let's do deep research. And then I'm going to say, go find articles that you feel are directly applicable to the Great Repurpose and write me, let's see, the Great Repurpose that were written this week. Let's see. articles or posts on sites like X, Reddit, or major media sites or blogs, we can do blogs, that you feel are directly applicable to the Great Repurpose that were written this week, period. Then write me up a research report and let me know if you feel this idea is taking hold independent of this offering, of our offering. All right, so we're going to kick that research off. Okay, so off goes ChatGPT to do some shit for us. Oh, wait, we're going to have to answer questions. To begin tracking whether the ideas are gaining traction independently, could you clarify a few details? Platform focus. You mentioned sites like X, Reddit, major media, or blogs. Would you like equal access? I'm just going to say 1, you decide. 2, topical relevance. Should I specifically look for discussions about task automation and its effects on meaning purpose, or include broader cultural commentary about AI and the future of work? Broader is fine. But weight anything directly relevant heavier? Whatever, doesn't matter. It's an LLM. It'll figure. If you're new to this LLM shit, you can be sloppy. It figures. It understands you. You know how you know how you work with humans and you explain something and they just look at you like, huh? Or they're super literal and they're like, but you said this. I didn't mean that. I meant the other thing. But you said this. Okay, I want to leave the room now. But could you clarify? Did you mean this or did you mean that? I meant that, but I said this. Well, why did you say this? Because I don't want to talk to you anymore. You don't have to do that with LLMs. They're much nicer. Okay, should I prioritize articles that reflect resonance with the themes of the Great Purpose, or also include pieces that explicitly reject or counter? Let's find a balance. If there are direct dissenting views. For report format, would you like a structured summary report that includes headlines, links, and relevant scores and brief annotations? 4, yes. That sounds lovely, Mr. GPT. Why is the bottom of my screen not showing? What is going on here? Oh, I think I must just be. No? I don't know. Whatever. Zoom. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right, here we go. Go. All right, you going? Great. I'll scan posts. I'll summarize, starting research. Okay, that's off. Now, let's go. Wait, where's this tab? Well, if you wouldn't have so many tabs open, it wouldn't be so hard to manage. Seems like you've got an awful lot of tabs open there, Mr. Shannon. Hey, Mr. Shannon. Yeah, quick question. Why do you have so many tabs open? You know, it's causing memory issues on your computer, right? You know, that's why we're getting the herky-jerkiness on YouTube. That's actually probably a user error on your part with poor tab management skills. We're going to go to NotebookLM.com. If you haven't been to NotebookLM recently, join the fucking club. Let's go see what they've done to it. I'm sure they've made it better. Why am I not going there? Mr. Shannon, it could be an issue. It looks like your browser is overwhelmed from a memory overflow condition, likely caused from an overabundance of open tabular windows on your browser there, Mr. Shannon. 404 not found. Did I spell it wrong? NotebookLM.com. NotebookLM.com. That's it, right? Oh, .google.com? .google.com. Oh, that makes all the difference. So one of the things that you learned from me tonight is if you type in the correct web address, it's much easier to get to a site. You see what I'm saying? You're welcome. Please smash the teacup. How's everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing? Y'all good? Wow, this is weird. We have 24 people on TikTok and 10 on YouTube. Normally we have more on the YouTube than we do on the TikTok. Tonight we got the TikTok. Do we have new people here? Anyone that's just fucking hating on AI or hating on me because I'm old or have stupid glasses or anything? Any questions, comments? Okay, we're going to create a new NotebookLM notebook. And now we're going to drop some files. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Vicky's watching the Olympics. I love this. My silly show right next to the Olympics with Snoop Dogg. That's the best. Her son in the background rocking to Philip Glass in the headphones. It's a family affair. I like it. I fully approve, Vicky. Okay. The Great Repurpose. So we've got research documents. So we're going to drop some of those bad boys in there. Where do we have? Drop your files here. So I got to get rid of all these windows. Hang on. Oh, I see he's got lots of Finder windows open too. That's also not good for memory, Mr. Shannon. If you would prefer, I can give you some recommendations. I've written a number of white papers on memory management and keeping too many files on the desktop. Of course, really horrible data hygiene, as they say, and tab management within particularly the Chrome browser, because it was not designed to have more than 6, possibly 7 tabs open concurrently, because who would need more than that? Frankly, if you have some sort of functional prefrontal cortex, of course, that's good for you. Okay, so here's our research. So we're going to drop all of our research in, bang. And then here are our foundational documents, the article, the business brief, the creative brief. Can I drop those there? No. Add sources. Here we go. Bang. There we go. Oh, it got some of them. Core thesis, creative, evidence table, CSV. All right, great. And then there's the music video. Do we want to put anything in there? Yeah, let's drop in the music video. Why not? I think you can put videos in here. We'll put in both the song and the video. And fuck it, we'll put in the images too. Wait. Oh, it needs to be under 200 megabytes. So which one's bigger? Probably the video. Let's save the video out as smaller. TikTok pin. Your videos are awesome. Thank you for making them. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Professor Oscar. Yeah, I love video. I hate making it. I just, I, I don't hate it. Hate's too strong a word. I get impatient and I want it to be done in 4 hours. And so my videos tend to be whatever I can get done in 4 hours, which thanks to AI, you can get a pretty fucking good video done in 4 hours. But anyway, I appreciate the kind words. All right, we're going to go 480p. We're going to drop that right back into music video. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to do Great Repurpose. We'll go dash 480. Save. All right. There we go. So let's see if we can drop the 480 in here as data. What? Oh, .mov is not supported? All right. Really? Really? Really, Google? You're not going to support Apple's video format? That's just dicky. All right, fuck it, whatever. We'll just put the song in. All right, the song's in there. Okay. And then, you know what else I'm going to throw in here as a source material is I'm going to throw in a website. I'm going to throw in LinkedIn. I'm going to throw in the LinkedIn article that I wrote because, oh wait, your research for a recent published disclosure. I think our ChatGPT research is done. Let's go look at that. Let me go. Hang on. My voice is crunchy tonight. The Great Repurpose. All right. The reason I'm going to put this in here as a website is that I might update the website. I might update that article over time. I think I'm going to. In fact, one of the things I want to do tonight is update that article. Hang on. Nothing supports Apple files except Apple's. It didn't used to be like that. When Steve Jobs was there, he would like blackmail people into supporting their file formats. Okay. So let's see. Video overview, audio overview. So let's do an audio overview. We're going to do a short length. I could do a debate. That's kind of interesting. Let's do a deep dive. Let's understand what we've created here. Let's see. The LinkedIn article is the primary public facing voice of this movement. I'm going to call this a movement. The Great Repurpose is a fucking movement. We're going to move some people. We're going to help them navigate through this fucking shit show we're about to enter in a powerful and empowering way. Powerful and empowering. That's awesome. Okay. Public facing voice of this movement. Use it as the primary framing, but use the research and other documents to support or counter the points made in the article. We'll just leave that there. Okay, that's our audio overview. Mind map. What do we want it to be in the mind map? I guess let's go just look at it all. I think that's good. So we'll generate a mind map. That's a good line, Kyle. Powering and empowering. Listen, this is going to be the most empowering power-up since the power of positive thinking has been invented. Okay, reports. Generate reports based on your sources. Okay, create your own briefing doc, study guide, blog post, study guide, briefing doc, organizational strategy report, socioeconomic policy report, conceptual breakdown guide, identity orientation tool, a structured introduction to finding personal purpose beyond transitional professional titles. Let's fucking do that one. It read our fucking research and it came up with a report based on what we're talking about. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that report, we're going to take it to Claude, and we're going to go, Claude, turn this into a fucking tool. You see what's happening here, people? I don't either, but here's what I know. We are in a direction, and we have stuff, and we're going to put stuff in a thing, and then the thing is going to look at the stuff in the thing. We're going to take that. I ache. Does anyone know how to run one of these channels? More stuff, but I can't find the stuff. I think taglines are great. Okay, flashcards. Let's do custom flashcards. So fewer. Oh, I know something I want to do. Do I want to do that here? I don't want to do that here. Easy, medium. Let's generate some flashcards. Let's generate a quiz. Let's generate an infographic. Slide deck. All right, let's go customize this. Detailed deck, presenter slides. Let's do presenter slides, default length, high-level outline to guide the audience, create a deck for beginners using bold and playful style. Fine, go do that. And then a data table. Generate a data table from your sources. Let's see, create a table with the major findings. All right, fine. Let's do that. So we're doing all the things. We're doing all the things. This is stupid. Yeah, let's go back and look at our ChatGPT. Okay, multitasking. Try asking ChatGPT. Research completed. I'll summarize the findings. Wait, it looks like research completed. Feel free to keep chatting. It says research completed, but I don't see anything. Over the past week, there are signs that discussions relevant to the Great Repurpose are surfacing organically, but not necessarily in the explicit psychological or existential terms your framework emphasizes. Most conversations are about AI automation's practical effects on work, the boundary between humans and machines, and the social impact of autonomous agents. There is significant chatter in social platforms about AI changing the labor equation, and a fascinating burst of stories about AI-only social platforms. OpenClaw. There's also a tension between voices embracing AI augmentation. Okay. Early takeaways. Key themes emerging this week. AI agents. Oh, this is kind of cool. Wouldn't it be kind of cool to do a weekly news wrap-up of news relevant to the Great Repurpose? I feel like we could do dozens of different ideas. If any of you have ideas of things you want to do, we're creating a space within the AI Salon. So if you don't know the AI Salon, go to community.thesalon.ai and join us for one thing. Yeah, we could do a Substack. But we're going to create a space in there in the mastermind, in the AI Salon mastermind, where if you're trying to figure out kind of your future of work, that's going to be a powerful place to be. Okay, where's the traction? Social platforms like Reddit are where the conversations most directly reflect concerns about work and AI's role in human life, even if participants aren't framing it in academic or psychological terms. Economic purpose anxiety shows up clearly. Capital will win over labor, right? Yeah, the economic purpose anxiety, everyone's talking about that. Identity disruption arises not just in mainstream news, but in AI-only social network stories, right? The Moltbook phenomenon. This week, unexpected. You know what's nice about this research report? We've been doing this long enough that we've done research reports like this in the past, and ChatGPT has just written bullshit that's not related to anything actually going on. This we know is happening. This Moltbook phenomenon is only a week old, so that's good that where traction is weaker. Traditional media this week mostly addresses practical automation trends, not existential threats to meaning or self-worth. This is why I think this is an invisible crisis, because all the news media is just talking about, it's going to take your jobs. Don't you understand? People run for the hills. Dissenting or balanced views. Narrative momentum exists, just not in your exact framing yet. People are feeling the implications. Fear of loss of leverage, blurring of human-machine roles, even if they don't articulate them as loss of meaning. AI autonomy pushes deeper existential questions for all of us. Practical automation news dominates, but that's a foundation. This is cool. If you want, I can expand the sentiment analysis. Is there... How do we do automations in ChatGPT again? I forget. Can't we do like scheduled prompts? Wasn't that a thing for a while? Anybody remember how to do that? Can I go to this site and see this article that is written by you? You can go to LinkedIn. You just ask it to remind you. Can you set this up as a weekly automation to do this kind of research and email me every Friday morning. I want the weekly piece to reference the previous week's email. Let's see if this works. I don't think this will work. You sure this will work, producer Brandon? I'm skeptical. Oh, it won't email. It'll send you a notification. Okay, thinking. Notification's fine. Because I think it sends a notification in email. Mary, thank you. To Kyle Shannon's LinkedIn. Yeah, if you go to Kyle Shannon's LinkedIn, my LinkedIn, and then just click on my profile, and then you'll see my post. It's the second article in my thing. Allow desktop notifications. Done. I'll send you a weekly Great Repurpose discourse scan every week, Friday morning at 9 a.m., with a what changed since last week section that explicitly compares it to the prior report. You can ask it to do a trial one. Okay, that's great. That is perfect. Can you do a trial run right now so I can see the output? Oh, build it as a task. That's right. Yeah, this would actually be a good, like, regular newsletter. If you want, add a trend score. I like the trend score idea. And I also want pull quotes and links to specific posts or articles you feel are important, both inline and as a annotated reading list. Locked in. I've updated the weekly automation, so every Friday the report now includes trend scores per theme. They will be labeled up, flat, or down with a one-sentence rationale explaining why. Pull quotes, annotated reading list, direct links, explicit week-over-week comparison. Oh, this is good. This is super important. One other thing I want you to add. Direct mentions of the Great Repurpose. If this is a movement, then people should flipping be talking about it, yo. Talk to your ChatGPT like a grumpy Gen Xer trying to act hip. Whee! Okay. If it's a movement, people should absolutely be saying the damn name. Now it's officially baked in. Direct mentions of the Great Repurpose. Oops. Let's see. It doesn't just have to be repurpose. It can be talking about finding purpose when tasks of a job change, disappear, or entire jobs are lost. Perfect clarification. And honestly, this makes the whole system much smarter. Thanks, ChatGPT. You know, it's funny. I didn't realize I was that smart. It's really fucking annoying, isn't it? It's just like, you're the best. That was the best prompt a human's ever given me, man. All right, I've updated the automation so it no longer treats the Great Repurpose as the only signal. Okay, great, lovely. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Now, give me a lovely test run, and I want the report saved into a canvas so I can edit and or easily publish it. Oh, I also need to turn this chat. I need to add it to the project, don't I? Oh, no, I'm in the project. Okay, good. Great. What changed since last week? Baseline week. Executive summary. Okay. Key themes and trend scores. Still writing. Evidence snapshot. Adjacent. Pre-mimetic language. While the name is not yet circulating, closely aligned language is appearing in increasing frequency. Finding purpose after job loss. Who am I if my work changes? AI took my tasks, now what? I think it's making this shit up. That just sounds like bullshit. Founder unease with autonomous AI agents. Platform Reddit relevance high. That's cool. Annotated reading list. Founder discussions. Yeah, this is bullshit. There's no links in here. It looks like you just made shit up for the test run. There are no actual links in the reading list, and your quotes sound like they were written by you. TikTok question. Yes, I don't see it. YouTube question. Is this all in 5.2 or is it in Canvas or? This is all in 5.2, but I had to do a deep research. I added a deep research thing to it. So this is just a chat with a deep research. And now I'm trying to add in a weekly task to do some research. All right, what did this just say? You're right to call that out, and thank you for doing it plainly. The test run was illustrative, not evidentiary. I wrote it to demonstrate the structure, tone, and flow, but did not ground it in verifiable, linkable sources. Okay. Do a test run. I'm gonna turn on deep research again. Deep research is turned on. Do a test run again, but do the research again this time and make a real report so I can see it and tell you if I think it is worth anyone's time. People are busy and they don't want your bullshit. Make it useful, or don't do it at all. I feel like I'm being abusive to my little intern. Oh, man. Oh, you saw NotebookLM? I right now I'm back in ChatGPT. Understood. I'll deliver a clear thing. Yes. English. Any specific platforms? You choose platforms, but at least 10. Do you want this version saved to Canvas? Yes, save to Canvas. Okay. Are you going off and starting your thing? I'll do a full scan, starting research. Okay, it's doing its thing. Great. Let's go back to NotebookLM. Let's look at some of the shit we made. Okay, the Great Repurpose mind map. Core thesis. AI automates tasks, not jobs. Task erosion disrupts identity. Crisis of meaning and purpose. Societal repurposing needed. Work and identity. Wait, why did that do that? Oh, it's reading the full chapters. These mind maps are cool, but they overwhelm me. They're not good for ADD. They make my head hurt. All right, fine. I'm already overwhelmed and I haven't even started. So we're going to put that away. Okay, finding your value beyond something. What is this? Oh, this is the report. Finding your value beyond the task. A foundational guide to the Great Repurpose, the invisible contract understanding work centrality. In modern industrialized societies, we operate under the cultural enforced invisible contract that equates professional execution with personal worth. This is known as work centrality. The degree of importance an individual attaches to their work. For many, work is not merely a paycheck, it's a core life domain used in self-verification and self-actualization. However, as sociologist Philip Ward in 2002 notes, the definition of work is a social construct with profound real-world consequences for how we find meaning. We have been conditioned to believe that this contract is permanent. Yes, this is the whole point. But it is increasingly being challenged by technological change. I don't think it's just being challenged. It's about to be flushed down the fucking toilet. This work-based identity is most concentrated among those with the highest exposure to automation. General U.S. workers, college graduates, 70%. All right, the mechanism of disruption, the crisis of purpose. This is all very, very good. Finding your balance. Cultivating new anchors. Okay, we're going to copy this. Finding your value beyond the task. A foundational guide to the Great Repurpose. Okay, so let's go. Now we're going to go to Claude. I'm glad we're recording this because I'm not going to remember any of this shit. This is one of the challenges I was talking last night about. I think it would be a very valuable tool to have like a system level extension that tracks all of the places you go and do shit with an idea. So you can go, hey, where did I put all that Great Repurpose stuff? Well, you did this thing in Claude, you did this thing there, you did this thing in this. Wouldn't that be nice? So could someone out there go make that so I can use it? What are we up to? Hey, Ann Murphy, so what I'm doing is on Sunday, I published this piece, The Great Repurpose. I talked about it on the podcast this week. So what I'm doing is I took all the research that we did. I took a business brief that we wrote, a creative brief that we wrote, the LinkedIn article that I wrote, the song, and I put them all in NotebookLM, and then I had NotebookLM generate a bunch of stuff. And so now we're just starting to dig through it. The other thing I did was I had ChatGPT go into deep research mode and do a weekly report on, are people talking about the themes of the Great Repurpose? Is it explicitly being talked about, implicitly being talked about, not being talked about, disputed, things like that? So I'm like spending the night taking this idea and kind of spinning tentacles out to just see what we can learn and discover. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip Claude into Opus 4.6, and I'm going to turn on extended thinking. And then I'm going to say, here is a report that I want to use as the foundation for a self-assessment tool for people to determine how tightly their self-worth is tied to their work and how vulnerable, susceptible they are to a crisis of meaning as AI automates the tasks of their jobs, even if they keep their job. What they do day to day may radically alter. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to go grab the article, and I'm going to give Claude the article as well. Here's the launch article. And since I talked to you last, I'm now calling the Great Repurpose a movement. It's no longer just a LinkedIn article. It's now a movement, because this week has been kind of crazy. Like, there's a lot of people like reaching out and talking about it, and I don't know, like it feels important to me. So here's the launch article. I want you to use the language and framing from the article, but use the attached report for primary guidance, and then I want you to do your own analysis before conceiving and building a beautiful and easy to use self-assessment tool or new purpose discovery engine, or whatever you think is the best thing to build. I'm not going to pretend to know what the fuck to build. So Claude, we got Opus 4.6, extended thinking, You go do you. Boom. All right. It's off. All right. ChatGPT's done. I just got a notification. I'm on it. You'll have it shortly. God damn it. Where is it? Please put it in a canvas. God damn it. You're right to be pissed, and thank you for calling that out plainly. ChatGPT is just fucking useless anymore. It really is. It basically just rewrote, here's the question you asked me. Everything that just appeared, the long tables and annotated bibliography. It didn't produce anything. You didn't. Try again. Wait, Kyle, you just need you just need to get Obsidian and download your chat history once a week and search Obsidian. That's pretty cool. I could do that. The real test run. Link. Is this a real link or is it bullshit? Oh, it's still writing. So it did put it in a canvas. The week of February 1st to February 7th. This week shows two simultaneous realities. Oh, I know another thing I want to do. Has anyone here written a letter to the editor of the New York Times? Or does anyone have any connections at the New York Times? Oh, it crashed my fucking browser. Really? Asshole. Oh, wait, it finished. Okay, cool. All right, so let's look at this. UBI safety net talk goes mainstream. The Guardian. Agents shift. Meaning question from top AI figures. Fortune on Musk. Meaning framing. This is very poorly written. Kyle Shannon using the phrase. That's funny. It found me talking on X. AI took my job. Now what? All right, this isn't horrible. It's just not well written. Okay, that is great. It simply isn't well written. There is no POV to the articles you chose. What an interesting quote was, and what the and I don't know why you selected it. Do another pass where you write this as if you wanted someone to keep reading. You fucking ninny. You ninny. Okay, so that's going and doing that. Let's go back to Claude and see what Claude's up to here. The Great Repurpose. Begin the assessment. All right, this looks interesting. Can you all see that? 55% of American workers derive their sense of identity from their job. For college graduates, it's 70%. AI isn't just changing what we do, it's disrupting who we think we are. Even if you keep your job, the tasks that made you feel like an expert, that gave you your sense of mastery and belonging, may quietly disappear. This assessment will help you understand how tightly your self-worth is tied to your work, how exposed your daily tasks are to AI, to automation, and where your resilience lives. It only takes about 5 minutes. There are no wrong answers, only honest ones. 1, the invisible contract. How tightly is your identity tied to your work? 2, task exposure. How vulnerable are your daily tasks to AI? Your safety net. Where does your meaning live? Begin the assessment. Okay, when someone asks, who are you? How quickly does your job title come up? It's the first thing I fucking say. I put that in the article. If you had to take 6 months away from work, what would concern you the most? Not knowing who I am without it, losing my professional standing, missing the routine and structure. That's it for me. Honestly, not much. Okay, that's interesting. How much do you believe the specific work you do matters to the world? My work is my legacy. I make meaningful contributions most days. Some of what I do matters. Some of it's just a job. I find meanings in other parts of life. So I'll do that one. When your work is praised, how does it affect your sense of self? It validates who I am. It's a significant confidence boost. I'd say it validates who I am. I think I live in that space. How connected do you feel to your professional community or industry? It's weird. With AI Salon, they're my people. It's my tribe. With Storyvine, it's like I have strong professional bonds. I'll go with that one. If your entire industry disappeared, what would you lose beyond income? My entire social world and identity, a major part of my networking and belonging. Does your work feel like a canvas for expressing who you really are? How much of your unique perspective and creativity goes into your daily work? Continue. What percentage of your typical workday involves tasks that follow repeatable patterns? Less than a quarter's routine. Could someone document your core tasks well enough for another person to do them? The basics, but not the nuance. How often does your work require judgment that can only come from lived experience? Constantly. If AI could do 80% of your tasks, which 20% would remain yours? I struggle to identify what only I can do. A few things require significant parts. I don't know if I like this. This feels like it's too on the nose. I think these questions are too obvious. Is Cindy Kuhn in here tonight? Oh, that's funny. Kyle is singing Ninny like Dr. Smith on Lost in Space when he made fun of the robot. I didn't know what the reference was. I know I've said it since I was a kid. That's probably what it came from. Is your professional reputation built on specific technical skills, or how do you think? Mostly skills, but some reputation, and a mix of skills. People value how I think more than what I do. Specific skills I spent years mastering. I'll go that one. How would you feel if AI could perform most of your valued skills better than you? Devastated. My skill is my value. Shaken. It's the core of my identity. Uncomfortable, but I'd find new ground. Okay. 1 of 4. Outside of work, how strong is your sense of identity? Present but section. Work has crowded out most of this. Strong. I'll do that one. Do you regularly create something? Yes, it's a core part of who I am. Are you actively involved in your community in ways unrelated? Not really. I'm a bit of a loner. Do you have a spiritual practice? I now have a daily practice around AI, philosophical framework. Yes, it's not an anchor of my life. Somewhat, I draw on it periodically. See your results. 3.1 out of 5. Overall exposure, low overall exposure. Your identity has meaningful sources beyond your work, and your tasks lean toward human judgment. You have natural resilience, but there's still room to grow. The invisible contract is pretty high. Task exposure is kind of medium, and my safety net is kind of medium. What this means: you've already done some of the hardest work. You haven't collapsed your entire identity into your job. Your non-work. Okay, start here. Phase 1, decouple your identity from execution. Phase 2, reclaim human value. So there's our, wait, where's the rest of them? Phase 5. Wait, it jumped from phase 2 to phase 5. Oh, I see. This is probably your repurposing path. It's giving me some subset of the 5 phases. That's pretty cool. Try the detasking exercise. All right. I'm not crazy about it. I can't wait for my UBI check. This quiz is kind of nifty. It's kind of nifty. I can't tell if it's like too obvious. It feels like it's asking really obvious questions, and these don't feel like sophisticated weighted results. So I think, you know what? I'm just going to tell Claude that. I feel like you're like the questions are obvious and too on the nose. The analysis at the end feels simplistic rather than nuanced to provide real guidance. I'm going to say do some research based on what you've created here, and let me know what your assessment is before rebuilding the quiz. So let's just have it go do some work. The quiz. All right, cool. But yeah, this is cool. Communicate. Nah, I'm grooving working on this. I know this might be boring, Brandon, but like I really do want to get my head around all the things that this thing could be. Kimi 5, the swarm bots to do this in. Oh, maybe we could do that. Yeah. All right, let me go find that Kimi thing. Is this it? Yeah. Let me move this over to the other window. So we've got an agent swarm here. Okay, we're going to do an agent swarm. What do we want them to do on this? So we've got to give them some context. Black bar. I don't know what I want it to do yet. Good call. Okay. Let me do a real audit here. Let me research what makes assessments actually work psychologically and give you an honest critique. Okay, here's my honest assessment. After researching assessment design, social desirability bias, and what actually produces insight versus just confirms what people already suspect. Have it read your article, then do some research. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Okay. The core problem with V1, social desirability bias. The questions telegraph the right answer. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. Every question in the current quiz is transparently measuring what the title already told you it's measuring. Yes. When someone asks you, who are you? How quickly does your job title come up? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Because this is the problem. Smart people are gonna go, I'm not attached to my job. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's see. What should change? Scenario based, not attitudinal. Instead of how important is your work to your identity, put them in a concrete situation. Your company's reorganizing. Your specific role is being replaced by a new one. Same pay, same title, but the daily work is completely different. What's your first emotional reaction? Want me to rebuild with this approach? I'm thinking 15 scenario-based questions, no obvious gradient. Yes, let's see it. Great. What did you just tell me? I don't know. The other day, if you think it's obvious, it's not obvious. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's see what this does. Let's see if yeah, I don't know. I don't have my head around this yet. Let's go back to NotebookLM. And okay. So Claude's making that thing. We didn't like the mind map. Let's see, what else do we have here? Identity flashcards. Here we go. All right. How is work centrality defined in the context of organizational research? I don't fucking know. The overall importance of an individual attaches to work relative to other life domains. Yes, I knew that. According to Wang and Yang, occupational identity is defined by which 4 dimensions? There's 75 of these flashcards. This is cool. Centrality, value, solidarity, and self-expression. All right. Okay, you know what? I want these cards to be, let's see, flashcards. Let's see. Standard. Let's do we want fewer? I kind of like a lot of them. Level of difficulty, medium. I don't want the flashcards to feel like an academic test. I want them to feel like we are revealing something obvious once you see it, but it has always lied just beneath the surface. Make me a set of cards that are intriguing and have the tone closer to, this is proving me old, Trivial Pursuit. Pursuit. Then Pursuit than a Cambridge lecture. Fucking Cambridge row boys. Fucking row boys. They're out to get me. I'm telling you, man. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So we'll get some new flashcards. All right, what else do we have here? Evidence of the evidence ledger. I don't care about that. So this is the audio. AI task erosion triggers professional ego death. Oh, check this one out. Here you go, Andy. Oh, wait. You're not going to hear this. Hang on.
So what do? You know the most dangerous question you can ask at a party?
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
So what do? You just, rattle off a job title. But I was reading this viral LinkedIn article by a guy named Kyle Shannon.
Great Repurpose. Yeah, it's been making the rounds.
Right.
Viral.
And he argues that question is a symptom of this massive cultural crisis. And we're not talking about AI taking our paychecks.
No, it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
He thinks it's coming for our sense of purpose, our egos.
He calls it the hidden contract, this idea that we've all agreed that work equals value.
Exactly. And on the surface, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that just how it works? I work, I contribute, I get paid. What's the crisis?
Economically, sure, it works. But psychologically, it's a house of cards. Because that idea, work equals value, has kind of morphed.
Morphed into what?
Into output equals worth. And he's got data. He points to a Gallup poll. Something like 55% of American workers get their entire identity from their job.
And it's even worse for college grads, isn't it? 70%. It's staggering. We literally are what we do. It's why we ask that question at parties. What do you do? Is just a shortcut for who are you?
Okay, that tracks. But here's where the article got really interesting for me. The crisis isn't just about over-identifying with work. It's about how that work is changing.
Right. We have to make a distinction between a job and a task.
Hold on, break that down. If I have a job, I have tasks.
They're the same thing. No.
Not to AI, they're not. This is what economists have been talking about for a while, this task erosion theory.
So the idea is AI doesn't just come in and fire you.
Exactly. It's not that binary. It comes for the execution, the specific things you do, the drafting, the coding, the scheduling, the grunt work.
But wait, isn't that the dream? I get to be the ideas person and the AI handles all the boring stuff. Why is Shannon calling that a disaster?
Because for most of us, that grunt work is how we prove we're good at our jobs. It's our main interface with contribution. If you spent a decade mastering how to write a perfect legal brief, and now a bot can do it in 10 seconds, you haven't just saved time.
You've lost the evidence that you're valuable.
You've lost the evidence, it sounds like.
Big O death.
That's the exact phrase Shannon uses. And it's not just, being dramatic. There's research showing.
All right, that's interesting, maybe. Let's see. Video. Oh, here's our new flashcards, purpose flashcards. All right, let's look at these. In modern culture, the casual greeting, what do you do, is usually a subconscious proxy for what deeper question? Who are you? That's cool. According to Gallup data, what percentage of U.S. college graduates? That's 70%. The Great Repurpose Initiative, it's a movement. The Great Repurpose Initiative identifies the core of the AI crisis not as mass unemployment, but as a crisis of meaning, purpose, fine, What is the primary mechanism of automation according to economic research? Replacing entire jobs or specific tasks. We know that. Psychology, the psychological theory of functional identity argues that workers' sense of self is tied to their specific tasks or what they actually do. According to Wang and Yang, occupational identity is defined by centrality, solidarity, self-expression, and value. These are cool. All right. I don't know what we can do with these. Are these like downloadable? Can you embed this thing in a website? Change playback speed, download, share. Oh, that's the whole notebook. Show the prompt. All right. No idea. Did we make a video overview? I don't think we did. Let's go make a video overview too. We'll do heritage anime. We'll do anime. Okay. Explainer. Yeah, let's do an explainer video. Generate. Okay. There's that. The Great Repurpose. What's this, a slide deck? The Great Repurpose play. That's kind of cool. They got Nano Banana built into this thing. Navigating the crisis of purpose in the age of AI. Hello, what do you do? The default setting. In modern culture, the first question we ask a stranger isn't who are you, but what do you do? 55% to 70% of U.S. workers derive their sense of identity primarily from their job. Self-identity, job identity, the entanglement. That's kind of cool. Headline, AI eats tasks, not jobs. Automation operates at the task level. It targets the routine, the technical, the inexpert components of your work. The hollow role, when the tasks that demonstrated your competence vanish, you experience a loss of agency and meaningful contribution, even if you keep the paycheck. The crisis of meaning. I like that image. It's not just an economic disruption, it's an identity interference. When the interface of your value changes, it feels like you are broken. What happens when your identity with your job is so much? I think this is missing something. This is just talking about the broken piece of it. It's not talking about the finding new purpose part of it. Maybe that's coming. Let's see. Your skills were just the interface. The value remains, but we need a new way to access it. The old way, value equals tasks, execution skill, output. Value equals who you are, perspective, taste, and judgment. Decouple your identity from your execution. That's cool. I actually like that graphic a lot. Phase 1 and 2, decouple and reclaim. Decouple your identity from execution, who I am from what I do. Separate who I am from what I do. Reclaim judgment, perspective, and taste as your primary assets. Don't reinvent, re-aim. Reinvention implies that you are obsolete. Re-aiming implies that you are a source of value looking for a new target, directionality. It's not you versus AI, it's you amplified by AI. This is actually quite a good deck. When you're no longer defined by your task, AI ceases to be a replacement and becomes a partner in exploration and scale. Resilience and meaning making. Humans are resilient meaning makers. We have survived industrial shifts before. We do not just execute, we create meaning. That's the one thing automation cannot replicate. Restoring orientation, dignity, and authorship. The hidden contract based on what we do is transactional, fragile, and task-based. The new contract based on who we are is durable, human, purpose-based. Yes! The Great Repurpose Initiative, a framework for orientation, not therapy, not self-help, a system to detask identity and re-aim value into a post-task economy. Your value is not your output. Your value is you. All right, that's it. It's not horrible. Not horrible. All right. Navigating. What's this? Is this the infographic? I think this is the infographic. The Great Repurpose, navigating the crisis of meaning in the AI era. The invisible crisis of purpose. Task erosion versus job loss. AI removes specific tasks rather than whole jobs. This part, all of this stuff that we've created is over-indexed on this task thing. We've got to fix that. Alienation effect. Because some people are going to lose jobs. This isn't just about losing tasks. Some people are going to lose jobs. All right, decouple identity from execution. All right, that's not bad. It's boring, but whatever. All right, let's go back to Claude, see what it did with our little quiz. Share this tab instead. Okay, the Great Repurpose. Most people don't know how tightly their self-worth is woven into their work until something changes. This isn't a quiz with obvious answers. Oh, did you need to advertise that, you big ninny? We're going to put you in situations and see what your instincts reveal. Well, we'll change all of that. 15 questions about 5 minutes. Okay. I reach for my phone to check work messages, just a quick scan. Oh, wait. What happens in the first? Okay, it's Saturday morning. Nothing is planned. What happens in the first 20 minutes? I reach for my phone to check work messages, just a quick scan. I feel the low hum of restlessness, like I should be doing something more productive. My mind drifts to personal projects I've been meaning to start. I enjoy the open space. I'm going to go with, I check my phone for work messages. Fuck. Think about your best day in the last month. What made it a good day? I cracked something hard at work. I felt seen and respected by people whose opinion I value. That's mine. All right. When do you feel most like yourself? Deep and focused work, solving a hard problem, in conversation, connecting ideas with someone sharp, making something, could be work, with people I truly love. I'm going to say in conversation. You're at a dinner party. You don't know most people. Someone asks you what you do. Do you give your title and company? It's the clearest answer and you're proud of it. Describe the kind of problems you solve. Give a brief answer and steer the conversation toward them. Find yourself energized. You love explaining what you do. I'm going to say give my title and company. I wish it were not true, but that's what it is. 2 compliments from people you respect. Which one lands deeper? You're the best at what you do. Nobody does it like you. I love how you see the world. That one's see the world. A younger person in your field asks you for career advice. Do you find yourself emphasizing master your craft, build relationships, stay curious, don't lose yourself? I would say stay curious. Your mind keeps circling back to a work problem you haven't cracked. Oh, wait, it's 2 a.m. You can't sleep. A work problem you haven't cracked. You're on the right path. A vague sense you might be drifting. That's, for me, it's a work problem. I do that all the time. Your company's reorganizing. Your role is being replaced by a new one. Same pay, same title, but daily work is completely different. Your first gut reaction, a flash of panic. You spent years getting good at what you do. Frustration. They clearly don't understand what you actually bring to this role. Curiosity mixed with unease. I would go with frustration. An AI tool now performs your most valued professional skill faster, and if you're honest, at least as well as you do. Your honest private reaction, something close to grief. That skill was a core part of who you are. Unsettled, but already calculating your next move. You focus on the parts AI can't touch, the human judgment and intuition. I think people are going to instinctively go for the more heady answers here, but interesting. A close colleague announces they're leaving your industry entirely, starting something completely unrelated. Your honest internal reaction: I could never do that, and you mean it. You envy them just a little. You worry they're making a mistake. This industry is their strength. I'll say you envy them just a little. You unexpectedly get, we're on 11 out of 15. You unexpectedly get full months free from work, no obligations, full pay. After the first week of rest, you might most likely start building something new, finding yourself checking in on work, reconnect with people and parts of your life, struggle with that nagging feeling of purposelessness. I would start building something new. 2 losses, both are permanent. Which one stings more? Your professional reputation, nobody in your field knows your name anymore, or your ability to create freely? 2 losses, that one. Imagine starting over, new career, new city, blank slate. What from your current work life would you carry forward? My skills and expertise, they're transferable and hard won. My way of seeing the world, your relationships, your reputation. I'd say my way of seeing the world. Someone describing you to a stranger, they cannot mention your name, your title, or your industry. How confident are you they'd capture who you really are? Very. Who I am extends well beyond my work. Mostly, but something important would be missing. Honestly, work is how most people see me. I would say mostly. And then I think this is the last one. If your professional title and all your work skills vanished overnight, same relationship, same health, same home, how much of you would remain? Almost all of me. I'm far more than what I do for a living. Again, I think people are going to lie and choose that one. Let's see. I'll go with that one. See what we found. Oh, that's kind of cool. Did a little spider graph. Work gravity 6.4, skill attachment 3.0. Assessment. Work isn't just what you do, it's where your meaning lives. Your answers show that the sources of purpose, identity, and belonging that most people spread across multiple life domains are, for you, concentrated in your professional life. This isn't a moral failing. It's often a sign of deep commitment and passion, but it creates a structural vulnerability that has nothing to do with talent or effort. The tension, work gravity of 6.4 is high, while life beyond work 2.2 is low. Most of your identity infrastructure runs through a single system. The research is clear. Those who rely heavily on work for their identity are the most psychologically vulnerable. This is cool. Your path forward, re-aim value into purpose. This week, choose one non-work role, citizen, creator, parent, friend, neighbor, and invest 1 real hour deepening it, not as a hobby, but as an identity anchor. The goal isn't to care less about work. It's to build a second foundation. That's kind of cool. Huh. All right. Well, there you have it. My eyes hurt. I'm exhausted. All right. Next week. What's today? Today's Friday. So next Monday, if you're in the mastermind, we've got Cindy Kuhn, her second of her 4-week sprint on changing curiosity into a practice. Her first week was really cool. It was all about her system of how her, with her ADHD and her unorganized mind, has actually gotten shit done in an incredible system that involves Post-it notes, and it was really cool. So she's going to keep rolling forward with that thing, turning curiosity into a practice. And then next Thursday, we kick off the new cycle of the AI Mastermind Practice Lab. So if you have not started a daily practice around AI, I cannot emphasize it enough. Like, it is changing my life. It's transforming my life. like my past month has been bonkers in terms of personal progress and personal insights about what I want to do moving forward, what I want to happen in the salon, what I want to happen in the world, all as a direct result of that. So that kicks off. Liz Miller Gershfeld and myself co-host those meetings. You get to hang out with people that are really up to cool things in their lives and with AI, and you'll learn a lot. It's cool. It's challenging. It's powerful. All right. Weekend homework. I think this was similar to last week, but I think it's do something not in AI. I think it's really look hard at your own identity and your own self-worth and figure out how tightly coupled it is with your job. And just assume that at some point your job is going to change enough that it might not feel familiar anymore. And if that feels like, kind of ego death, if that feels like it's going to be ugly, start processing that now. AI equals actual identity. Yeah, there you go. AI is going to drive you to actual identity. That's for sure. Yeah, just I would say connect with your friends and family and loved ones, like whoever you care about. Connect with them. Think about who you are. Think about what you value. Think about who you care about. Think about the change you want to be in the world. And then all the AI shit will take care of itself. Right? It's not going to be easy, but we've all got AI to help us do that shit. But we have to know what we want more of. We have to know who we are, what we value, who we care about, what we want to do in the world. Right? All right. And we can't talk about AI, just wondering. You can talk about AI, but I would talk about it not like AI is this cool thing, but more like, here's what I'm up to in my life, and here's what I'm excited about, and here's how I've used AI to amplify that. Like, I think AI is amazing, but it's more amazing when you put it in context of who you are and what you're trying to do in the world. And so if you're like, I'm starting a business, if you're, Side Hustle Mimi, if you're Noemi, she's like, I'm not technical. I never thought I would ever have an app in the App Store, but I do. Right? I had a dream about this thing, and, I want to make, I want to celebrate my heritage, and I want to do it in this fun way, and I want to make a little money, and I want to have an app, and I want to put it in the world. And because of AI, I could do that on my own without anyone else having to help me. I didn't have to pay developers to do it. How'd you do that? That's what AI is. It's this amazing amplifier of my ideas. Like, talk about AI like that. Like, who are you? And then what's it doing for you? All right? I'm a little technical, just not a developer. Yeah. And beautiful. Talk about it like that. Like, what did it do? Or just, what did those technical skills allow you to do with AI? How did it change? So anyway, all right. Groovy. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. All I'm asking is how this guy makes his profit. Hey, man, how do you make profit? I'm wondering. How do I make profit in what? In my business, in Storyvine? We sell our software and our services to big pharma companies, and they write us big checks. How do I make it on this? I don't know yet. My goal is not profit. My goal is to connect with people and educate people and be connected as a human as AI changes everything. Quite frankly, like, this channel really just exists because I want to be in the conversation about what's happening with AI and what it means to all of us. So this is a self-serving, my payment in this is I get to be in the conversation. And when people, think about, who should I talk to about, who's someone that's thinking thoughtfully about AI? They're going to reach out to me. And that's happening. So my profit right now with this stuff isn't about money. It's about connection. All right, cool. Thank you. I'm wondering for myself, I want to educate, but God dang it. Why can I not expand that thing? But I worry about my information is, what's the rest of that sentence? Here's the thing. What's your name? Nothing. Okay. Jay Kerbo. This is such a big, where's my gold button? Where the fuck is my gold button? I lost my gold button. I don't know where it is. But here it is. This is such a, what you're asking is such a big question that I have a gold button that says this. One of the things I get asked a lot is, how do you make money with this stuff? How do you make money with AI? Here's the answer. You don't. You don't make money with AI. You don't make money with any tool. You make money by solving a problem that is a big enough problem that someone is willing to pay you money to solve it for them, right? So if you're good at Photoshop, they may pay you to make pictures look prettier. If you're good at design, they may pay you to make designs. If you're good at writing, they may pay you to do things. They're not paying you to use Microsoft Word. Same with AI. So what I would say is, try to separate, the whole point of the Great Repurpose is separate the tasks you do from who you are and what you believe in. Think about the things that you really understand, and you really understand where the pain points are. And if you can say, oh, I know that in my industry, people are frustrated with X. And if I can figure out how to use AI to solve X, then people might pay me for that. That's how you make money with AI. You figure out what the problem is you want to solve, that you're uniquely qualified to offer a solution, and then you figure out what are all the AI tools I need and how can I use those in conjunction to go off and change the world. That would be my advice. Why am I getting pinned? Because the mods in here like pinning questions that spark a good discussion. Like your discussion, even though it was a little like, how's he make fucking money? I know you didn't say that, but it was in that spirit, right? It's actually an important question. And so the mods in here, we've been doing this long enough that they actually understand that questions like that are actually important, and they're important to talk about. And yeah, like, I wish you luck. There's no easy answer right now. Things are moving so fast that what might look like a good money-making idea today is likely going to be automated away 6 months from now. And so how do you create any stability in that kind of environment? I don't think you do. I think the core attributes of those that are going to succeed over the next 5 years are going to be curiosity and adaptability, and having a good sense of self, understanding who you are, what you value, and the difference you want to make in the world. Focus on that, and all the technical shit will come. So anyway, why am I getting pinned? Because they love you. Finding more people talking AI, finally. Woohoo! Oh, man. Mr. IT, do we have a fear of Moltbook? Well, we don't. I mean, do I have a fear of it? It could do scary things. I think, my thing is always, I want to understand it. I want to understand, like, what we should assume about Moltbook and OpenClaw and autonomous agents that now have intentionality. We should assume that they're not going away. And we should assume that it will be a useful skill to understand how to deploy them. and how to deploy them in a way that serves you. That's what I know is in our control. How other people are going to use that shit is out of your control. So you can worry about that all you want, but why don't you learn what they are and what they make possible? Figure out what you want and say, okay, how can I use that capability to turn me into a fucking rock star? So that's where I would do it. All right. Fantastic. All right, everybody. Struggling with executing everything. Yeah, well, right now, AI can get you to about 80%, maybe 90%, depending on the tool. And that last 10% is a bitch. But I think in 2026, that 10% is going to drop to 5%. And in 2027, it'll drop to 2%. And within the next 3 years, AI will just be good enough. But the time to start learning is now. So the fact that you're trying to build stuff and failing, you're right where you need to be. I would say just keep building, but like center it in who you are and what you value, and it will be more straightforward. I feel seen stream of consciousness coming out of Kyle's ears toward the end of every live this week. I see stream. Oh, steam coming out of Kyle's ears. Stream. Kyle's streaming. No, I'm not pissed off. I'm passionate about I'm passionate about people not getting seduced by the technology. Like, we've got to learn the technology, but this is ultimately about us. What are we doing with the fucking tools? What's our purpose? What's the change we want to be in the world? Not pissed, just decompression. Yeah. That feels right. All right, thank you. Yeah, it's not easy. I have an idea for something I'm working on, but I'm struggling. Join the AI Salon, Jay Kerbo. You've got in the AI Salon, it's a community of about 4,000 people. We've got, sort of an active core in there that's smaller than that, but they're incredibly generous, and they're everyone within the AI Salon is all trying to figure this stuff out. And so there'll be people in there that are working on different stuff than you. Maybe they're more technical than you. Maybe they're less technical than you, but they look at the world in a different way. Being in conversation and being in spaces with people who are thoughtfully engaging with AI and trying to figure out who they are and what they want, I think that's the only way forward, because you literally can't keep up with the technology. So you might as well be hanging out with people that are trying to figure out their little piece of the puzzle, and then all those pieces of the puzzle come together, and hopefully we'll be a little bit farther ahead than everyone else. That's the whole idea. So yeah, go to community.thesalon.ai and join us. All right, Kavruno, soon spinning up software will be table stakes. What is the most we can build? Yeah. The thing that's going to separate software and writing and music and film is human beings having ideas that elevate the work above the baseline, because everyone's going to be able to do something decent, but what rises above the noise, that's going to be the human point of view. So anyway, all right, kids, I'm out of here. Have a beautiful weekend. I hope you're doing good. And I do appreciate the dialogue, by the way. I do appreciate